Nutritionist of the Year for 2016. I'm going into my 20th year as a nutritionist. I'm a personal fitness trainer, a certified holistic chef, Canada's Fitness Presenter of the Year, alongside the American counterpart Jillian Michaels. In addition, I've traveled the world extensively doing television, radio, all media, educating people on a basic truth that we just need to get back to basics, back to what nutrition is all about, and that's just eating real food.
I love that. It's true. There's so many fad diets out there, and the sale of, oh, do this and this time it'll work. No, basics. I like that. I remember you had said, eat real food and split up with bread. That was
break up with bread.
Break up with bread.
Yeah.
That was cute. Okay, so talking about nutrition, and of course, this is all about pelvic floor and the health of our pelvis. Why would we even talk about nutrition if somebody's struggling with incontinence and urgency or things like that?
That's a great question. So the reason you want to incorporate nutrition when you're talking about pelvic floor health is there's a direct correlation between stress and pelvic floor health. So, thus one would want to eliminate as much stress as possible. And one of the common stresses people don't think about or consider is food stress, and eating foods that they shouldn't be eating that cause stress, and foods that they can eat to help their pelvic floor heal.
That's awesome. So I know in the course throughout other modules, I talk about what not to eat or what to avoid. It's not necessarily that one thing will make all the difference. Well, it could, but it's more about these are options if you are struggling with, bladder issues. So that's been covered. Now, the stress, and we're going to go right into, we're going to talk dirty. We're going to talk about poop and constipation. What do you suggest? What's your take on constipation and what can be done?
So my take on constipation is this. I think first it's always wise to define what constipation is and what regular is. A lot of people will say, I'm not constipated, but their definition of constipation is completely different than what the actual definition is. So constipation is the inability to pass stool frequently in a method that isn't painful and in a way that is frequent. So let's define what frequent is and what regular bowel movement should be. So we'll use the banana. So the banana is approximately this large. An individual should be having between 1 to 3 bananas per day, every single day. The optimal is at least 3 banana poops per day.
Okay, not bananas to eat, bananas to
correct
size of, okay, good.
Correct. And then the way the stool looks, there's different stages of it. It can really indicate a person's health. So a very easy way is the scoop on your poop for this would be 3 banana-sized bowel movements per day. I have seen people that haven't even been able to eliminate for 10 days. And the reason that this is an issue with the pelvic floor is once an individual is not eliminating, all of the toxins start building up in the system and in the bloodstream. So the 3 ways an individual eliminates stress and toxin is through urine, feces, and sweating. When you have a backlog of any one of those 3 elimination methods, you cause undue stress on the pelvic floor. So I always like to provide solutions. So one of the ways to combat constipation is to, number 1, take a high quality probiotic. So we're not talking about eating Activia yogurt here that's loaded with sugar and it will just neutralize any of the benefits of probiotics. I'm talking about a professional probiotic. What that will do is it will add back in your body that healthy gut flora to increase your elimination. The second thing I would recommend is chia seeds. 2 to 3 tablespoons of chia seeds per day with an 8-ounce glass of water. The fiber in chia seeds will expand in the water when you drink it afterwards, and it will eliminate the pain that some people do experience and why they don't even want to poo. So it will take away two issues: the pain that one might be experiencing, and it also makes the stool more frequent. The third and the final step, I would say, would be to really eat vegetables like it's your job. So what I mean by that is when you look at your plate, half of your plate should be vegetables. Why? There is enough fiber in vegetables that an individual should not have to take fiber supplements. So if at every meal you have half your plate vegetables and eat vegetables like it's your job, the benefits are twofold. Number one benefit, it will increase movement in the bowel. Second thing is vegetables contain a lot of phytonutrients that literally act like a sponge to clean out your intestines, eliminating. So we've eliminated stress on the pelvic floor simply by getting someone to poo.
I love it. I love it. I always tell people one very, very simple thing is just staying hydrated. That is one strategy that many women take on
Mm-hmm.
because, well, when they're feeling urgency and they're worried about incontinence, one strategy they take on is that they don't drink enough.
Correct.
And so they get into this vicious cycle of worsening things.
Mm-hmm.
And that definitely would affect constipation. That would create constipation, wouldn't it? Just not being hydrated, right?
100%. One of the number one ear marker signs that an individual is dehydrated is headaches. So that's the first thing. And the second thing is their urine looks like the sunset.
Oh.
So when you pee and you look in the toilet, it should not be, the color of a sunset. It should be clear. Unless you're taking B complex vitamins, thus you're getting the pigmentation of B complex vitamins, but general rule of thumb, it should be clear. So for example, when I go to the bathroom and I look in the toilet and I see that it is, the color of hardwood floor, for example, I know that I haven't had enough water to drink. So that's something that's a real simple habit a woman can really start incorporating. If you're an individual who likes specific metrics, a good rule of thumb is you take your body weight in pounds, divide that by 2, and you want to drink that amount of water in ounces per day. Or keep it real tight and bright, 3 liters of water a day. There's no if, ands, or buts. You don't say, oh, I can't, I don't have time for this. What you don't have time for is to be sick. So take the necessary steps so that you don't get to that point.
Love it. So people that need help beyond this program, beyond the video, and they want individualized help.
Yes.
And especially with nutrition.
Yes.
How can they get a hold of you?
So they can email me at Kathy@livethesmartway.com. Very, very simple. I only take a limited amount of clients because I really put everything into each client I have. So do email me and I'll see if I can see you. I would love to see you. And I look forward to helping you with your journey.
Thanks so much, Kathy.
You're welcome. My pleasure. My absolute pleasure.